Welcome to the Connect Miami with author and life coach columnist Susie Moore, lifestyle and wellness coach Tracy Campoli, and the hottest radio jock in Miami, Stitches. Pull up to our community where we collaborate, we cultivate, and we make magic. Let's go.
Welcome back. We are up bright and early this Saturday morning and ready to talk about all things business. Our show is packed with boss babes today, and we're excited to dive into their stories and add value to you at home. But first, let me welcome my amazing co-hosts, Stitches and Tracy Campoli. Welcome, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Hello. Yes.
We are ready to dive in.
Yes. So let's just dive right into it. We are all working from home right now and lots of Zoom happening. Are you guys getting a little Zoom fatigue?
I've been reading about Zoom fatigue and I personally don't have it. I love just getting ready from like waist up and being able to work and having my bed right there and just taking a few steps and being here. No complaints from me. What about you, Stitches?
Man. Here's what I can say. I can appreciate the the convenience of it.
Yeah.
But I think with convenience, there is something, a tug and pull, because like 7-5 Zooms back to back, it kind of gets to you a little bit, just a little bit. And it gets to me right from the center of my head, like right to the back and then back up to the forehead. Like, yeah. Because I would literally be on a laptop, an iPhone, then my iPad, and it's like, oh, wait, okay, wait, no, okay, wait. Yes, I'm here. Stitches, are you there? Yes, I'm here.
Girl, I'm with you. I somewhat feel the same. Although what I do is I try to pack in all my meetings on the same day, which is today. So by the end of this day, it's like my voice, I can start hearing that I'm a little bit raspy. But you know what's funny? I feel the only fatigue I feel is like smiling. Smiling so much. My face starts like feeling it.
I'm right there with you guys. I love to batch. So like today's my calls day. I have a couple tomorrow, but you want to knock it all out at once. Because look, if you're going to wash your hair, realistically, you want to use it.
Right.
Hair.
True.
So the truth is, each of us, I believe, have like a visibility style. We have our own different way of using certain platforms, right? So, and we know how we want to show up on certain platforms. So my question to you ladies, which of the platforms are you feeling more comfortable with or that you see works best for you?
Well, like Tracy, I love YouTube. Tracy has in the millions, tens of millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still building mine, but YouTube for me, it's a kind of an older school platform, some people might say, but I love it. I know it's a longer game, but I feel like that's really where the audiences are, and video is so strong. So knowing how to show up on video is so important. What do you think, Tracy?
100%. YouTube is number one. Número uno por me. It's YouTube for sure. My Spanish is not so bueno. But definitely YouTube is number one. The beauty about YouTube, while like Instagram, TikTok, other like newer platforms might be a little bit hotter at the moment, YouTube videos will live there forever. So you get that real estate. Even if someone's watching a video of mine from like 5 years ago, they're able to connect with me now. So I think it's super hot. What about you, Stitches?
I think for me, it has to be Instagram. I think it's just more accessible for me. You can post and just go. You can create. Now they have the reels that you can add. I think that's one of the best features that they've added, because with the copyrighted music, it won't turn down. So now with the reels, you can choose certain songs and it won't be taken down. And people, for me, I like to put music behind, the visuals. So I'm going to have to say Instagram, even though for me, Instagram, I still need to post more. I'm getting better. I am getting better, but I'll say Instagram.
Well, question for you guys though. So with all of that, was there ever like a platform that you thought like, this is it, this is the one for me, but then it kind of fell a little bit flat?
I will say the verdict is still out on Clubhouse for me. I know it's the rage right now. It's the shiny object, lots of fun and people on there. I don't know. I'm going to wait a bit longer before I invest too much energy there. But I think people are having fun, and that's really the joy, right? That's where the attraction is, if there's lots of fun happening. But I always think in 12 months, that's kind of around that 1 year, you kind of really get to know what platforms are here to stay. So
Yeah.
True.
this also comes back to really protecting your energy, knowing what's worth your investment and not, and really understanding your capacity. That's very, very helpful to know. And our next guest is here to help us. She's the expert on getting your time back and building your ideal life. Stay tuned. We'll be back with Nikki from Your Ideal Mum Life next.
Marketing for local businesses is critical, but it can be pretty confusing. At Vivial, we work with you to understand your business and individual marketing needs to tailor a custom-designed solution so you can focus on what you do best, running your business.
Want to learn more about Vivial's digital marketing services? Find us online at vivial.net/Natalie.
While our next guest is an expert in helping mums build their ideal life, I have a feeling that she is going to share stuff that can be applied to anyone, including women without kids, like me. Welcome, Nikki.
Thank you, Susie. I'm so thrilled to be with you beautiful ladies on this gorgeous morning.
We cannot wait to hear what you have to say, getting organized and just making it all happen.
It's so exciting. Nikki, we're so glad that you're here. So you came to create your ideal mom life, I'm sure, by trial and error. As a mom myself, Lord knows I know that. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Trial and error is absolutely correct, although I think Susie would call it trial and improvement.
That's right.
Before I became a mom, I was a lawyer practicing commercial litigation right here in South Florida for the Fort Lauderdale office of a large international law firm. And that's just a fancy way of saying that I went to court every day and I got paid to fight about money all day long with big companies. And although it gave me a great sense of independence and I felt like important going to court in my pencil skirts and talking to judges, it just wasn't something that arched over the horizon for me. Once I became pregnant with my daughter, I looked at my husband and I was like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. And he's so amazing. He's like, okay, so quit. I was like, okay. Right? Like, who's not going to say yes? So right after she was born, I gave my month's notice. And then I was a mom at home. And when she was 9 months old, I found out I was pregnant with my son. And so eventually I had two under two. They were 17 months apart. And I went from being this career girl to this woman who just didn't even know when the last time she showered was. Like, did I brush my teeth today? All I did was chase kids around. Like, please don't pee on that. And I completely lost myself in motherhood. I had nothing that was mine outside of being mommy and wife. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know where I was going. And I just wasn't happy. And so I realized that I needed to have something that was my own. So I started a home-based business. And that's when I quickly realized that I did not have as much time to get it all done as I thought I did. And there were a lot of mom fails, a lot of laundry that didn't get done, a lot of eating in the car or standing over the sink. And through that process of falling on my face over and over, trying to have something that was mine and be the mom and wife I wanted to be, I figured it out. I figured out how to take back my time so that I could get more of what I want and go after my goals, but still be the mom and the wife I wanted to be.
That's awesome. Nikki, my question for you is, part of your process, what you do is you offer strategy sessions to help moms create that action plan. Can you tell us what role accountability plays in designing your ideal life?
Accountability is key. It's kind of like the secret sauce when it comes to creating your ideal life. And I think that accountability is so effective. like having an accountability partner is so effective with women, because as women, we don't like to let people down.
Mhm.
And that has a detrimental edge to it as well. But in right order, it's makes accountability so effective. And so in my strategy sessions, a lot of times people are doing the things they commit to because of me, right? Because they know they're going to have to answer to me. But eventually I train them to realize that a commitment to yourself, a promise to yourself, is just as important. Being accountable to you is really how you create your ideal life, right? It's like doing the things you said you were going to do for yourself. And so I try to train them to sort of coach themselves that way and show up for themselves. And the accountability is key with that.
That is so awesome.
Show up for yourself. That's good.
Yeah. So Nikki, with all that being said, as a mom myself, how can someone reach out to you and get started?
So I think the best way to get started with Your Ideal Mom Life is to hop on to youridealmomlife.com/starter guide. I have a free download where moms can learn how to make themselves a priority, how to set boundaries, and really how to lose the mom guilt. And from there, you'll be enrolled in my emails and be able to figure out how to best become part of the Your Ideal Mom Life community and everything that I offer for time management for moms.
Thank you, Nikki. We are just getting started this Saturday, so stick with us as we continue to connect and learn from women in business and female entrepreneurs. We'll be right back after the break.
If you missed last week's episode of The Connect Show, don't fret. Binge watch Netflix style, only on YouTube at Natalie's Network. You see, we're not just creating female-based content. We are handing you the blueprint to success. Every Saturday, catch an up-close and personal peek with high-influence women on The Connect Show Texas, The Connect Show South Florida, and oh yeah, The Connect Show Twin Cities.
Welcome back to the Connect Show South Florida. We're here with our next boss babe, Cami Gallus. She's an eclectic, soulful songstress and businesswoman operating her media and music company, Camille World. Welcome, Cami.
Hello. Oh my goodness. So good to be here with all of you ladies. Hello.
You two tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am a singer, songwriter, and CEO. I help people as well as businesses tell an authentic story and really connect with each other so that they can have those meaningful connections and also make money.
And Cami, my question to you is marketing and your brand, it's become pretty much more of an expectation these days. Can you help us and break down your methods, honey? Break it down for us just a little bit of the art and start of keeping it rolling.
Yes. I mean, it's become the new table stakes now because people want to know who you are as a brand and what you stand for. So the way to really get started is to just use what you have and really focus on what brings you joy. So for all the people out there that are thinking, I don't have a brand, you do. If you love to cook, if you find yourself putting together really sleek and sophisticated outfits, you like to style things. So gravitate towards what makes you feel good, because that's going to shine in your brand and on camera, and that's what makes you you. So that's really the art of the start. Get going with your cell phone. We all have one. We've all got a camera at home. Position yourself in front of good lighting, in front of a window, and batch it. You know, we don't always wash our hair every day. Lord knows that I don't. You know, we don't always, put on our makeup, but, putting on some chapstick and, getting the hair somewhat groomed and doing it a lot is the key.
That's so great. So I love that you have such an interesting background, both in business, but then also performing. So why was it so important for you to develop all of these skills together?
So a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm extremely techie and I'm actually an audio engineer. I was one of 3 women to graduate from Full Sail in Florida. Shout out. I was one of 3 women out of 400 who actually graduated with an audio engineering degree and then also a business degree. It was important for me to be able to connect, to be able to record my music. I didn't want to depend on someone else before I could tell my story, before I could really use my voice and my craft and create that music. So I learned early on, I got to be able to make the music, but then the real key is the marketing, as Stitches said. And it's also being able to reach the end consumer, the person, and that requires business.
And how has the pandemic affected your business, Cami? I know it's affected a lot of us. How has it impacted you?
Oh, this lovely pandemic. It has been such a blessing and such a curse, because I went from releasing my first, second, I guess, titled album, and I went from performing in Mardi Gras for hundreds of thousands of people to performing on stages in New York City that Lady Gaga used to perform on when she was coming up, and all of that stopped. The cancellations just kept rolling in because of the pandemic. And the silver lining for me is really understanding that when everybody was shut in, they needed connection more than ever. And they needed a release, they needed entertainment. And music, I truly believe, is the universal unifier in the global language. So that really allowed me to bring together my audio engineering, my vocal and music and songwriting abilities to give everyone some entertainment, to bring them levity, and to also help brands who were struggling with telling an authentic story.
And also you have a podcast, is that correct?
I do not have a podcast, but I am, after much demand and so many DMs, I've built my amazing following. I've grown it to over 150,000 between my musical platforms that you can hear my music on and my social media following. I have had so many direct requests for people that want to learn how to be more captivating on camera. So I am working with a select few to help them get more captivating, to really own their presence on camera. And so I'm releasing that in the next coming week. So it will be available on my website to work directly with me to really own your presence on camera.
Sounds like a podcast needs to be there.
Thanks for joining us, Cami, and being so open and honest with us here. I hope you're enjoying the conversation, my friends at home. Don't turn that channel off just yet. We'll be right back after the break.
The Connect Show, South Florida. Shall we have some music? I'm Camille, singer and performing artist, and I'm going to sing for you a song I wrote called Be Yourself. It's the best advice anyone can give. Are you trapped in all your feelings? Scared to be who you want to? Tired of pretending that you're someone else? Well, I got good news for you. You can be anything you want to. Be as free as you want to. Fly as high as you want to.
Welcome back. If this is your first time watching the show, welcome. Each Saturday, we gather female entrepreneurs together and share our stories with each other to learn from one another. And our next guest does just that. Please welcome to the show, Katrina Aronson. Welcome, Katrina.
Hello. Hi, thank you for having me.
Katrina, tell us about yourself.
So I am a marketing and business strategy coach. I work with female entrepreneurs all over the US, and my zone of genius is marketing, which I know we're talking about a bunch, and I love it all.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we know, Katrina, that there are a lot of women and people in general that are starting off for the first time their journey. They're entrepreneurs, and some of them might be considering getting a coach.
Mm-hmm.
In your experience, is there some things that you can tell them to consider?
How much time do you have?
We got time for you.
Yeah, I think ultimately it comes down to who you're working with has to align with your personality, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't something I want anyone to dive into tomorrow just because they see a coach that they want and you want to sign up with them. It's about figuring out who really aligns with who you are. And it's not one size fits all. I think of it as like working out. I love hot yoga, and my best friend loves spinning, which I don't understand. But that's okay. We show up because it's good for us, right? So you have to find the person that's good for you and what works for your business, what you're trying to achieve.
So, working with a coach it's an investment, and it's probably one of the best ones that you can make for your business. But it's about tapping into someone else who's doing what you want to do. So make sure you find that person that's done it before, that works for your personality. And I love the idea of finding people on Instagram and kind of stalking them, or your platform of choice, YouTube, whatever that is for you, and figuring out, like, do you like the cadence of their voice, or does it annoy you? Because that's the person you're aligning yourself, right? And the values, and this is the part I see a lot of coaches that it doesn't work out with a client, and it's because they didn't put in the investment to figure out if it was the right person for them. So yeah.
You also have a great fluff-free podcast called Through the Marketing Lens, and you give great advice about committing to a marketing strategy for at least 90 days. Can you tell us about that a little more, and any other gems you share on the podcast?
Yeah, thank you for mentioning the podcast. Yeah, so Through the Marketing Lens is a project that I absolutely love doing. It's truly fluff-free because we are all so busy. Some of us are moms, some of us are multifaceted entrepreneurs. So it's really like 15 minutes or less that these episodes are all about. So, finding podcasts and being able to take in information like that are just applicable and easy to take in is a secret sauce that we have that's free. So it's so awesome that we all have these platforms now.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, obviously, besides the podcast, which we're all going to run and listen to right now, how else can people work with you and get connected with you, Katrina?
Yeah, I have tons of free resources on my website. That's the best place to get over there, see if what you need. Hopefully it's there for you at KatrinaAronson.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Katrina. We hope you're enjoying the conversation at home. Follow the Camille Show and all of our guests on social media to keep up with us. Coming up, it is happy hour. It's early, but we're getting this party started. The Cocktail Curator is next.
Are you ready to transform your body in just 30 minutes a day from your living room? I'm Tracy Campoli, the creator of Total Body Transformation, the excuse-proof fitness program made for busy babes like you and me to get fit, sweat, and smile. We've been featured on Good Morning America, The Today Show, and in USA Today. All you have to do is simply log in and press play. No boredom, no stress, and no dread. All in just 30 short minutes from the comfort of your own home. Go to TracyCampoli.com to get started today.
Hi, I'm Cami, award-winning singer and performing artist. I help people become their most captivating self on camera. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Connect Show, South Florida.
Welcome back to the show. We're here with Melanie Bullock. Thank you so much for joining us, Melanie. You started off working as a high-power exec for major companies, building billion-dollar brands. But you've decided to make a professional change from corporate to cocktails. I like it. Tell us how and why this professional pivot, and I love a pivot.
Yes, so the majority of my career has been in corporate America as a marketing executive. Like you said, I've been building billion-dollar brands. And in January of last year, I was taking a break. I was going to take a month off, look for a new project to work on, and the pandemic hit. So, like so many others, I didn't know what to do. I had a lot of stress and anxiety, so I needed a creative outlet. And that creative outlet for me was mixology. Mixology has been one of my lifelong passions, and I took to that and started creating a cocktail a day on Facebook. And with that, I started a whole new community because people were starting their virtual happy hours. There was a lot of Zoom going on, Zoom meetings and Zoom socials. And so people didn't really know what to do sometimes during that happy hour. So I was able to come in and share my recipes and help people have a great happy hours at home. And so that's how I transitioned. I developed this community, and then I just pivoted into a whole new business, MB Craft Cocktails.
So if you need taste testers, just know you can
always do.
Put them out there.
Always.
Throwing it, you can catch it. Throwing it if you want.
Maybe I'll send you a box. I'll send you a kit. Yeah.
Just an idea. If you feel like it, if it mixes right.
I would love to.
Melanie, as we continue celebrating Black History Month, can you share with us, and we know that you're going to be making history, your history in the making, to be quite honest.
Thank you very much.
But can you share with us maybe some African-American figures or trailblazers within the cocktail industry? Yeah.
Well, as African Americans, we have a long and varied history when it comes to cocktails. One person that I want to mention is Nathan Green, aka Uncle Nearest. So Uncle Nearest was born into slavery in 1820, and he is known as the godfather of Tennessee whiskey. Why, you ask? He is the person that taught Jack Daniels, how to make whiskey. It's one of the best known secrets, and the company does acknowledge his legacy to Jack Daniels. And in connection with that, another factoid is Fawn Weaver, who is an amazing African-American woman. She continues his legacy. In 2017, she actually brought Uncle Nearest to the forefront and gave him his own whiskey brand. And then in 2019, she actually opened the distillery in Tennessee. So those are two factoids for you when it comes to Black history and mixology.
But cheers to you watching, because we have a special surprise and a giveaway for you, Zolan, courtesy of our girl. She's going to be hooking you up and taking care of you. Are we offering this? Or can I say this? Are we offering this?
Yeah.
One of our viewers will have a chance to win a free cocktail demo from you. Woo!
Yes.
You.
Woo! Yes.
From you. So everything that we just did, you'll have especially just for you a free cocktail demo from this amazing mixologist. And I'm kind of jealous because I want it, but it's okay. I want you guys to have it. So all you got to do, head over right now. Can you give them, where can they go? Please tell them.
You can go to my website, mbcraftcocktails.com, and you'll find out all the information there that you need to win this incredible demo. I'm so excited to give this away. Can't wait.
Yes.
Free private cocktail for 10.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Hi, I'm Melanie Bullock, your cocktail curator, and you can find me at www.mbcraftcocktails.com. I will help you bring out your inner mixologist and make great handcrafted drinks at home. Looking forward to more of the Connect Show in South Florida.
This has been another amazing and fun-filled episode. We talked about developing your presence on camera, creating those delicious craft cocktails, designing your ideal life, and everything in between.
Ladies, we had a really great conversation today, but what's one thing that you took away from everything that was talked about? And shout out to all of our guests that came through. They were awesome.
I love the fact that we do remind ourselves, but we can never be reminded enough to make ourselves priority number one. I think we can never hear it enough, especially as busy women.
For me, it was the idea that we're all connected. So whether it be through Zoom and doing something like working on ourselves, marketing our business, creating a virtual happy hour, we are all connected.
Nice. For me, Nikki, Katrina to Melanie, just, I don't know, from each of them, just go for it. Each of them had their own story on their own process and what it is that they do, but they all went for it. So go for it.
Yes, going for it is the secret of everything great. It's where the magic happens outside of our comfort zone, and action always wins. So if you're a boss babe and you want to take some action by being a guest on our show, please reach out to us at theconnectonline.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye, South Florida.
Did you see my mixing dance? That was my mixology dance.